OpenAI just did something that changes the game completely. They didn't announce it with hype. They didn't call it revolutionary. They just released it. GPT-Live rolled out globally to 150 million ChatGPT users on July 8th, 2026. And what it does is so quietly powerful that most people are going to miss why it matters. This isn't a better chatbot. This is the moment AI stops feeling like a tool and starts feeling alive. Let's understand what's actually happening here. For years, voice AI has been a compromise. The old ChatGPT voice chained 3 separate models together: speech to text, then language model, then text to speech. Each handoff lost information. Each transition added delay. The result was stilted, slow, robotic. It worked, but it felt mechanical. OpenAI knew this wasn't the future, so they rebuilt voice from the ground up. GPT-Live is built on a full-duplex architecture. That's not buzzword. That means it listens and speaks at the exact same time. Think about how humans actually talk. You don't wait for someone to finish a sentence to start forming your response. You say, or yeah, while they're talking. You can interrupt, you can pause. Real conversation is fluid. GPT-Live does this now. During conversations, it makes natural acknowledgement sounds. It handles interruptions. It knows when to stay quiet. According to OpenAI's internal evaluations, users strongly prefer GPT-Live over the previous model in head-to-head 5 to 10 minute conversations, measuring overall preference, turn-taking, interruptions, and conversational flow. But here's where it gets serious. GPT-Live is also OpenAI's smartest voice model yet. When you ask it something that requires web search, deep reasoning, or complex work, it delegates to GPT 5.5 running in the background. And crucially, it keeps talking while that's happening. You don't experience the model thinking. The conversation just flows. That's the architectural shift nobody's talking about. Separation of interaction from computation. The numbers matter because they show capability crossing into something different. On GPQA, which tests expert-level scientific reasoning across biology, chemistry, and physics, GPT-Live substantially outperforms the previous advanced voice mode. On BrowseComp, which measures agentic web search and finding difficult to locate information, GPT-Live shows strong gains. On an internal telecom benchmark testing realistic multi-turn support calls, it outperforms everything that came before. But the real impact isn't in benchmarks, it's in what comes next. OpenAI remastered 9 distinct voices for GPT-Live. They added visual responses, weather cards, stock prices, sports updates appear on screen while you're talking. They built safety systems specifically for voice, expanded testing for self-harm, psychosis, mania, emotional reliance. They created systems that can detect potentially unsafe output and steer the model towards safety mid-conversation. For teens, they added parental controls and age-appropriate behavior trained directly into the model. Now consider the scale. 150 million people talk to ChatGPT using voice features already. GPT-Live is the default for Plus and Pro users now. That means tens of millions of people are having conversations with an AI that, for the first time, doesn't feel like they're talking to a machine. They feel like they're talking to something that understands, that listens, that responds naturally. The hidden part is what this enables downstream. OpenAI hasn't added video or screen sharing to voice yet, but they said it's coming soon. When voice plus video plus full duplex interaction plus background reasoning all connect, ChatGPT becomes something else entirely. It becomes an assistant that can watch your screen, reason about what it's seeing, and help in real time. Not next year, not in 5 years. This architecture exists now. This is the moment when AI stops being a tool you consult and becomes an environment you live in. Most people will use GPT-Live and just think, oh, this is better voice. They won't understand that the underlying architecture just shifted. OpenAI solved the fundamental problem of voice AI, the latency, the rigidity, the sense that you're talking to something processing you in turns. That's gone now. The question isn't whether ChatGPT is going to take over. The question is whether anything else can compete with an interface this natural, this capable, and this integrated into how hundreds of millions of people already interact with technology. When you build the bridge between thought and action that feels like talking to a person, you've changed what's possible. If you see how this reshapes what AI can do, like this video. If you think this moment matters, subscribe. And drop in the comments, what's the first complex task you'd trust an AI assistant to help with if it felt like you were actually talking to something that understood you?